knowing they needed to win to assure themselves a playoff berth. So that would be a whale of a ball game next Friday night, as Gatto stops Gates in his tracks. It's 3rd and goal back on the 12. If the Shams take care of business the rest of today and win this one, next week will be very, very huge for the Shams. And of course, we invite all the Shamrock fans to get on out next Friday night here at Memorial and root them on against the Norsemen, 7 o'clock Friday night, October 22nd. 3rd and goal back outside the 11-yard line for East Detroit. Third quarter just flying by, which is fine with the Shamrocks as Burke rolls, throws toward the end zone, incomplete. Intended for a Strauchus, but I think Ryan pretty much just threw it away. Fox was on the coverage. It's 4th down, and they will send Hlywa on now with 1:10 left in the 3rd. Steve Hlywa will attempt the field goal that would give East Detroit a 17-point lead. And these would be big points. This would put East Detroit 3 scores up on the Panthers. They currently lead by 14. If they go up 17, not even the 2 touchdowns and 2 points would help. And the kick is good. Hlywa extends the Shamrock lead to 23-6.
Goal for Hlywa.
30 yards on the field goal for Steve Hlywa, and with 1:07 left in the 3rd, the Shams now lead 23-6, a 17-point margin. And it'll be very tough for the Panthers now. They need 3 scores in little more than a quarter.
Roseville, number 20, Kaminski.
Roseville has moved the football at times today against the Shams, but like last week against Mott, the Shamrock defense has come up big when they've needed to.
1:07 remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Hlywa to kick. Steve, a member of the East Detroit soccer team as well as the football team, has a very good leg. This one taken by an up back is a kick into the wind and on the ground by Hlywa.
Steve Awad carrying the ball, brought down by
Steve Awad on the carry out to about the 42. That's where Roseville will start with under a minute now left in the 3rd quarter, and the Shamrocks leading it 23-6. Roseville with the wind, but only for 57 seconds more. Then they'll be into the wind for the 4th quarter, which will make their task that much more difficult as the breeze picks up again here at Memorial Field. McClellan back on the play fake, being chased from behind by Lisinski's got the pass off complete. And knocked out of bounds near midfield is Kolomicek. Up at the 48-yard line. Gain of 6 on the play. It's 2nd down and 4. Roseville had the ball for just over 6 minutes here to begin the 3rd quarter, but a bad snap on the punt gave East Detroit great field position, and the Shamrocks cashed it in with a field goal to take a 17-point lead as McClellan back and sacked, and Matt Miller in there as well, again, as well as Larry Ellington.
For the Shamrocks, number 88.
Ellington and Miller with the sack. They have gotten to McClellan often today, and it's 3rd down and 12 at the 40. Less than a half minute to go in the 3rd. Shamrock defense has made life miserable for Kevin McClellan. When he's had time, he's been pretty accurate throwing the football. But many times that Shamrock front line has bust through and put the stops to McClellan. They might not get this play off before the end of the 3rd, and they will not. After 3, Shamrocks 12 minutes away from a Blue Division title. They lead at 23-6.
We promote and protect the privilege of participation in extracurricular athletics.
We promote lifetime values like hard work, teamwork, sportsmanship, and citizenship.
We help reach and motivate students.
We develop policies as a group and enforce them as a responsibility of membership.
We are coaches, game officials, and administrators voluntarily working for the common good of kids.
We are your school.
We are the MHSAA.
Mile between Gratiot
So welcome
and
back
Kelly.
to Memorial Field. I'm Gerry Kaminski. Glad you're with us today for East Detroit's homecoming football game. Shamrocks lead Roseville 23-6. Looking to keep the bell, looking to win the MAC Blue Division Championship, looking to keep their state playoff hopes alive. Whole bunch of stuff going on here today.
Get those from the band
Most all of it good for the Shamrocks. Third and long now for the Panthers, starting the fourth. McClellan back, rolls, throws out into the flat, and underthrown to Limbeck a little. It'll bring up fourth down, and the Panthers will have to kick it away.
As intended for number 16.
Remember again that should Roseville come back to win, they will gain a share of the MAC Blue Division title with East Detroit, Mott, and Anchor Bay. So
50-50 tickets. So
big game for the Panthers as well, but it might have been asking way too much for Roseville to come in here today on East Detroit's homecoming game. Shamrocks playing for a division title, for a state playoff berth perhaps, and of course playing without their head coach Tim Miller on the sidelines. Miller undergoing the back surgery earlier in the week. He's watching the game here today from one of the end zones, but he is going to be off the sidelines for the remainder of the season as Ken Koenig steps in as the acting head coach.
5-0.
Shamrocks good field position at their own 43. Just underway in the fourth quarter, and the Shamrocks would love to just grind it out, take time off the clock, and walk away with a win. Gates in motion. First man through, Barry. And Barry's up to about the 48-yard line, gain of 4.
Fox on the tackle.
6.
Good blocking on the Shamrocks.
Shams won't be in any kind of hurry, I wouldn't think. We might not see them put the ball up the rest of this ball game if they can keep it on the ground and be successful. Shams do have the wind with them this quarter, but their main concern is grinding it out, taking time off the clock. One more score would certainly put it away, but they're looking good with a 17-point advantage right now. Barry spins away, ball loose. And the Shamrocks did come back up with it, though. That's one thing you can't have for the Shams would be turnovers. They're fortunate they get it back. They have turned it over once tonight. And right there, alertly, was Matt Koss for the Shamrocks to avert the turnover. It'll be third down and a long one for East Detroit. Football at the Roseville 49, so closer to 2, 3rd and 2. Gates bounced outside, first down. And more. McClellan drags him down, but he's inside the 40 to the 38. 11 yards on the pickup and an East Detroit first down. And I tell you, every first down the Shams get now takes about another 2 minutes or so off the clock, really.
We'll see you next Friday, same times. Well, a little different time, but same place.
Winding down toward 10 minutes left in this one. Here's Gates again. Brought down on a nice tackle by Eric Fox. It'll be second down, still around 10 as Gates dropped right about at the line of scrimmage. Matt McCartney helped out on the stop. Gates got 1, second down, 9. Strzok is wide to the top of the picture. Isatello to the left. Burke rolls. Burke will throw this time to his tight end, Paulson. Incomplete. Out, in and out of his hands. Mike Knight on coverage. But Manny really just let it get through his hands. It's third down. Still a good-sized crowd on hand. There have been a lot of people that have left, but a lot have stayed here, many more than usual in homecoming for the Shamrocks. A lot of times you see a mass exodus. Of course, it's been a long time since the Shamrocks, as we said, could win a division championship, and a lot of the students and parents would love to be a part of that celebration after the ball game. Shamrocks have had excellent support this year from their parents and student body, much more so than in years past. And hats off to the Shamrock students and parents. Isotelo reverse, nothing. Way back at midfield, buried by Steve Gatto, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Shams will have to kick it away. That was a slow developing play all the way.
Steve Gatto.
And East Detroit, with now 9 minutes left in the game, will kick it away. Tim Welker.
4th down. Shamrocks will punt.
From the Roseville 47, and Welker gets away, and a low liner that's going to drive through the end zone. And Roseville will start at the 20, 1st and 10. With 8:50 left in this one, Shamrocks leading at 23 to 6. Shamrock sideline and coaching staff, they've had some emotional wins lately. 2 weeks ago, they were in Warren Cousino's stadium dedication game, and it was Cousino's homecoming as well. Talk about ruining a party. Shamrocks won 37-0, blasting the Patriots. Last week here at Memorial Field, in a showdown game with Warren Mott, the Shamrocks took care of the Marauders 20-14, and that pass is caught.
For number 82 for Roseville, complete. And for the Shamrocks,
Joe Aiello,
Mike Thomas
going up and making the catch. The toss was to Limback, who then put it up there basically for grabs, and Aiello got it 1st down at the 37, a 17-yard pickup. Halfback option pass works for the Panthers. That game last week, about as fine a game and as emotional a win for the Shams as they've had in quite some time, beating Warren Mott, handing Mott their first league loss, winning it 20-14. And after the game, the scene with the Shams, it's just incredible. One of their biggest victories in years, possibly since the '85 season when they were league champs, as Kolomicek stopped. This one would be right up there for East Detroit. Of course, this would give them a league championship, but it'd be tough to match the emotion of last week's victory. Of course, you want to see something come out next week, and if the Shamrocks can beat Grosse Pointe North and wrap up a playoff berth, the first in the school's history, what a celebration that might be here at Memorial. Nelson in motion. McClellan back. Flushed out. Pruss chasing him. Way back, and Pruss has him inside the 20.
Pruss on that tackle.
And McClellan is sacked again, and this is a loss, a huge loss. All the way back
on the play.
at the 22, they will spot it. So it's a loss of 16 on the play and bring up 3rd down, and a long way to go for the Panthers. Under 7 minutes left in the clock rolling. Jeff Pruss has had an outstanding year for the Shams. 6 foot, 180-pound junior. Has played well on the defensive side of the ball for East Detroit all year. McClellan throws it out in the flat, caught, and then dropped. They say he was down. Saputo took the legs out from under Limback. They say the pass was caught, and Saputo just stopped him in his tracks. It's 4th down long, and Roseville will have to kick it away. Clock continues to roll with 6:15 to play, and the clock is definitely the Shamrocks' ally right now.
Todd Limback.
Limback to kick. Last time Roseville lined up to punt, it was over the head of Limback. This time a good snap. Limback Punt rolls dead at about the 48. Limback just kicking into the wind right up the chute. And East Detroit starts there. Good field position, but more importantly, just 5:51 left in the football game. Shamrocks by 17, 23-6. Ryan Burke heading back on the field after getting his instructions from Ken Koenig and the Shamrock coaching staff. Gates motions toward the near side, give us to Barry, and he is buried after a gain of maybe a yard. David Lee led the charge for Roseville, and it will be second down. Matt McCartney was there as well. Second down 9 for East Detroit. Not quite the same charge or electricity in the crowd this week as there was last week against Warren Mott. But see at the end of the game if that changes. Shamrocks can win a league title. The team certainly knows the importance of this one. Gates, homecoming, always a very tough game for a football team to play as well as there's flags down. Got all the distractions during the week, assemblies and homecoming court and so on, and a lot of distractions. The day of the game, you got the parade. Shamrocks will be flagged here. Come to the field maybe a little later. You have a longer halftime than normal, usually a bigger crowd than normal, and a lot of coaches do not like homecoming week at all when they're the home team, even because of the distractions during the week. Well, the Shams have handled it well today, as did Centerline last week. Of course, we saw Centerline blast Lakeshore 52-0 last week. The Shams have handled it well today. They take a 23-6 lead. They've stayed very focused today, and all week long, they knew the job at hand as that pass drops by Isatello, and it will bring up third down and long. And hats off to the Shamrocks and their coaching staff. And besides the homecoming week, they also had the distraction of knowing their coach, Tim Miller, was undergoing back surgery, as we said, during the week, and would not be coaching them during the week or on the field during this game today. So a lot of distractions this week for the Shamrocks, and they have played superbly, kept their focus, and this is what championship teams do. They come out, ignore the distractions, focus in on the job to be done, and go ahead and do it. And the Shams on the verge of winning their third straight game and winning a MAC Blue Division title outright. And hats off to the Shams and their coaching staff as Paulson has a first down and more all the way inside the 30. And Paulson got a great block from Jason Luton downfield. Nate Slay also got out in front of him. And it's a first down Shams at the Roseville 27 with 4:22 to play in the football game. And the Shamrocks leading 23-6.
Good blocking by Shamrock guard on that play, Nathan Blay. And number 63 also for the Shamrocks in on that block, Jason Luton. Dan Barry carrying the ball. Check that.
Gates
Tim Gates
on the carry up to the 25 for a couple. It's second down and 8.
Brought down by number 55 for Roseville,
and
linebacker
Gates
David
is
Lee.
slow getting up. And Gates going to have to come off the field. And boy, that is the last thing you want to see. Keep him out the rest of today, definitely. I mean, you've got this one locked up.
Game for the Shamrocks, the tailback Mike Thomas.
With 3 movement there. 3:40 left, and Gates over on the sidelines. And let's just hope it's nothing that'll keep him out
5-yard penalty will set him back
for any length of time at all. And that's the one thing you get concerned about late in a ball game, that you appear to have won, and certainly with 3:40 left, there still would be time for Roseville.
Into the ball game
Can't fault
for
the
the
Shamrocks for
number 8,
having Gates
Gerry
in the
Kaminski.
ball game at this point, but you just take that chance, and there's some more
And we have another
movement.
penalty marker down.
You know you take that chance when the game is being
Dead
played.
ball foul against the Shamrocks will set them back another 5 yards. That will make it second
Gates
and
was able to
17.
come off the field. He might have just cramped up as well on the sideline. They're just working on him, and hopefully that is all it is. It certainly didn't look serious, but I'll bet you anything he won't be back in this ball game for sure, as the Shams will let
Darius
him
Young
rest.
carrying the ball.
Darius Young
Stopped
on the
by
carry,
number 36.
and it will be 3rd down and long. Under 3
McCarty.
minutes to play. 3rd down and about 13.
3rd down and long for the Shamrocks.
It could be a good time for the Shams to start getting some of their starters out of there, though. With under 3 to play in a 17-point lead, you don't want to risk injury, knowing that next week is yet another do-or-die ball game against a very tough opponent in Grosse Pointe North. Burke back to pass, under pressure, throws it up, incomplete. And
That
Burke
pass
was hit
incomplete
pretty
with
hard
excellent pressure brought
in the
by Eric
backfield, and
Fox.
again,
And number 36.
it's 4th down now, and Burke gets up, no
McCartney.
problem there. But again, you've
That'll
got
bring
to
up
think,
4th
if
down
you're
for
the Shamrocks,
from
do
the
not get
Roseville
anyone hurt
31-yard line.
late in a ball game that you appear to have in the bag. 4th and 14 from the 31. Hlywa going to try a long field goal. He's with the win. This will be 48
Shamrocks will
yards.
try a field goal. Steve Hlywa to do the kicking.
With the win, Hlywa from 48 yards out. And it's good. Steve Hlywa, 48-yard field goal. And the Shams lead at 26-6. And I'm not sure, not 100% sure, but I would almost bet that that is a school record field goal for Hlywa. Well, Steve Hlywa has just kicked what is officially a 47-yard field goal to make it 26-6 Shamrocks with 2:17 to play. And we would have to do some checking, but that would have to be close, if not
With 2 minutes and
a
17
school
seconds
record field
left
goal
in the
for
fourth
Hlywa,
quarter.
47 yards. He just line drived it through the uprights, fielded and dropped at the 6. Kolomicek stopped inside the 20.
Number 9 at the bottom of the
Shankin
pile,
was
Doug
there,
Kendall,
so was
making
Tim
the stop,
Ketterer.
Number 20, Steve Kaminski.
And Roseville will start inside their 20. 26-6 Shams. They're 2 minutes and 6 seconds away from a MAC Blue Division championship. The first for the school since 1985. And the coach of that team, Dennis Casanovas, in the stands today to watch this Shamrock team win their first title in 14 years. And a lot of movement
And
up
we have a
front
penalty
again.
marker down.
If I have a moment, I'd like to thank the Eastpointe Parks and Rec Department, Pat Murphy, Sal DeCaro, and all their staff, always helping out when we come to Memorial Field and
It'll be first and
allowing
5
us
for Roseville.
access up here in the press box, on the press box, and treating us very well. So thanks to Pat and Sal and the rest of the staff at the Parks and Rec Department. Big run for Kolomicek out near midfield before he stopped
Scott Migliotti.
by Scott Migliotti. But Kolomicek gets first down yardage to the Shamrock 48-yard line, and he was also driven out of bounds, stopped the clock with 1:58 left in this one.
First down, Roseville at the Shamrock.
This week we also
47-yard
have
line.
St. Clement's homecoming for you, weather permitting. against Ann Arbor Gabriel Richard. Now, we plan on doing the game certainly. But remember, a couple years ago, as McClellan goes down again and again, it is Jason Lysinkis making the sack. And he has been in the Roseville backfield much of the day. Second down long. Timeout, Panthers. Again, we plan on bringing you the St. Clement Ray Ann Arbor Gabriel Richard game as you look at the Shamrock cheerleaders.
Thank you for coming to the game, and be careful driving home.
If we have weather like we did 2 years ago for the St. Clement home game, homecoming,
at Memorial Field,
there's no way we'll be able to bring it to you in a driving rain like that. It was 2 years ago we had rain, temperatures in the 30s,
and a chance at
and
the
it was just ugly.
playoffs.
This year we will hope to avoid the raindrops for St. Clement's homecoming and bring that one to you again this week as well. Next week is the final week of the football regular season, and should East Detroit or Centerline or both make the state playoffs, you can keep up with their action and their schedules and pairings and so on Sports Scene here on Comcast. McClellan flushed again. McClellan then throws deep downfield and caught, and then the ball jarred loose, and it is ruled incomplete. Goss broke it up. Big hit by Ron Goss to break it up, and it will be third down and long for the Panthers with 1:20 left.
And we have a timeout for Roseville.
And Roseville will use their second timeout. Well, there's Gates, number 28, who came off the field, remember, limped off a bit, but he looks all right now. Gates, a pair of touchdowns today for East Detroit. Ryan Burke, the other one, all on the ground for the Shamrocks. And a couple of field goals by Steve Hlywa as well for the Shams. Those have been the only points here in the second half. 2 Steve Hlywa field goals, including a 47-yarder moments ago for a 26-6 Shamrock lead. Third down long for the Panthers. Third and around 18. New quarterback for Roseville, and the pass is caught. Complete to Mike Crucker.
That pass complete to Mike Crucker, thrown by number 9 for Roseville.
And it is fourth down and about 3 at the Shamrock 40. They get 15 of the 18 we need. Don't have a number 9 on the Roseville roster. Crucker got out of bounds, so 1:13 still left. Fourth and 3. If the Shams can hold here, they can just run out the clock. And they do hold. And East Detroit takes over on downs. James Quinn, number 74. And also 76.
Pastorino carried the ball.
Mike Curry on the stop. And East Detroit takes over with 58 seconds left, and they can run out the clock on the Panthers now. This win for the Shams keeps the bell in their rivalry with Roseville. It gives them the MAC Blue Division Championship outright with a 5-1 league mark, finishing 1 game ahead of Warren Mott and Anchor Bay. It's their first league championship since 1985 when they won the Eastern Michigan League. It gives the Shams a 5-3 overall record this year and keeps them in line for a state playoff berth that they can wrap up for sure if they beat Grosse Pointe North next Friday night.
Saputo at quarterback for the Shamrocks.
Saputo, the Shamrock quarterback now, will just stay in bounds. All you want to do, stay in bounds, and he does. McClellan dragged down at the 43. This will be the Shams' 3rd consecutive victory. And as we said, keep them very much in the hunt for their first state playoff berth in school history. dumped the Gatorade on Eric Ross.
And the Shamrocks.
Saputo takes a knee. They don't need to snap it again. East Detroit keeps the bell. They win the blue division, and they are 5-3, 26-6 over Roseville. There are your MAC home area conference blue division champions, the East Detroit Shamrocks.
Congratulations, Shamrocks.
2 touchdowns by Tim Gates, 1 by Ryan Burke, and 2 Steve Hlywa field goals. And the Shams win their first divisional title since 1985. They finished the blue with a 5-1 record. 1 game ahead of Mott and Anchor Bay. Shams are now 5-3 overall. And they play next week against Roseville North here at Memorial Field for a chance to go to the state playoffs. Remember, they can still make it, even with a 5-4 record, but they would need some help to get in playoff point-wise. The easiest scenario for the Shams, if they win next week, they are in for the first time in the school's history. Big homecoming win for the Shamrocks here today as they down Roseville by a 26-6 count. And at the other end of the field, there is Coach Tim Miller, who has to be so proud of his ball club and his team taking him the bell right now. Miller, back surgery earlier this week, but you couldn't keep him away from the field today. And his players bringing him the bell and kneeling before Coach Miller as the Shamrocks are the MAC Blue Division champions. And what a scene that is down there in the south corner of the field. Something that has not been seen here for quite some time. Congratulations to the East Detroit Shamrocks, MAC Blue Division champions. They down Roseville 26-6, and they now play for a state playoff berth next week against the Roseville North Norsemen. That'll do it from Memorial Field. Glad you were with us today on Comcast. I'm Gerry Kaminski. We'll see you next time. So long, everyone.